And men are the ones making it unsafe. And I do not care if you feel targeted by me saying men, or if you feel attacked by me saying men. You are part of the problem. If you feel attacked by that, you're part of the problem. If you say just mute them, you're part of the problem.
I'm not gonna play devil's advocate today. Who's being sensitive here? Who's being sensitive?
Right now, your reaction, you're being emotional. You're reacting to what she's saying. You can't do that because we're not allowed to have feelings or anything.
We're the problem, you know. Talking about men and women again because it happens every week on Twitter.
I just love being toxic at this point.
I feel like we just all need to sit down and discuss our issues, I guess, because, you know, it's another case of men being the problem. Now, we're talking about gaming here, the gaming community, I guess, and this video is titled, Men Are the Problem with the Gaming Community. We're gamers. What do you have to say about the community?
You should let video games mold to your personality. Like, people are competitive. Like, that's the arena you're in, right? Anything goes. It's like a blood sport. It's like the Coliseum back in the days, like lions and gladiators and shit. If you want to do that, do that. If you want to sit down, relax, you can use gaming for whatever you want. Not everybody's considered a nerd now. It's not like a nerdy thing to be a gamer. Everybody can find a game, whether you're playing dog shit Candy Crush on your phone.
No, I think the state of video games has gone, first of all, it's come a long way. Nobody, like you said, nobody really gets made fun of for playing video games.
Yeah.
If you played video games like the early 2000s, you were a dweeb, you were a nerd, you were a geek, all that. Everyone plays it now and nobody ever really cared except the people who didn't play. My thing is, I think it's fine. I think everyone has an area where they can fit in. And so I think the state of how it is and how everyone interacts is just fine. Of course, everything has its bad perks and everything. That's just life. But honestly, I think the gaming community is completely fine, and I think it's even gotten better. We've ruined it, apparently. We've tortured it, even though, you know, we basically built these walls.
She wouldn't last 10 minutes in a COD lobby is not, nor has it ever been, a valid excuse for men to act like pieces of human garbage in gaming. I shouldn't have to play a game where all I say is hi and the whole game is thrown and I'm in hell for the next 40 minutes because men are being emotional about it. That is not normal, and that's not how the old COD days were, because I promise you, as a man, you have never had somebody throw on the basis of your gender.
Wait, hold on. Replay. I gotta hear it one more. I'm not registering this shit anymore because I don't give a fuck. But let's just
All right. I'm not gonna play devil's advocate today.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
All right.
Okay. Number one, she's right. That's real.
Okay.
Women go into the lobby, guys go crazy. It's kind of a meme now, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, who's being sensitive here? Now, I don't endorse being toxic, but you can't tell people not to be toxic. Number one. Number two, it ain't just men who make these jokes. I know it ain't. But my biggest issue is literally, how can you come into a community and you're just mad at how people talk to you? Like, that's not just the gaming community, that's life. I'm black. I've been black my whole damn life. I don't need to say my name in the lobbies for people to know that I'm black. You think I give a fuck? I don't care, bro. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't see who's really being sensitive here, because if I go into a lobby and I get called all types of, you think I'm gonna go online and tell people, oh, I don't like how people treat me. I don't care if it's just a game. They shouldn't treat me like that.
Right. This is what she's talking about, though. Right now, your reaction, you're being emotional. You're reacting to what she's saying. You can't do that because we're not allowed to have feelings or anything. Okay, we're not allowed to express how we're feeling about the situation. What is that thing that people say when a girl gets in there? What's this old saying? It's a fucking it's about a kitchen. Hold on.
I don't understand, especially in a community such as gaming, where there are features where you don't have to speak to these people, how you can be so sensitive. Now, we've only gone 15 seconds in, and I understand what she's saying is that you can't justify your bad doings just because it's allowed. Yeah, but bro, it's allowed for a reason. It's not hurting you. It's like there are methods and ways for you to get away from all those people talking shit.
If she thinks that a whole community has to walk on eggshells because some people can't handle it, that's not for you to decide. Like, literally, like you said, she could turn it off. Like, she could turn the sound off. She can mute people, whatever she needs to do. Like, if she gets messages, she can report harassment, whatever. Like, And I've seen it too when a guy gets out of hand and he starts like talking shit to a girl. The other guys will jump on the guy. They won't just let it happen. Like, they don't all like dogpile on the chick, right?
Trash talk is one of the biggest points of gaming. Like, it just happens. It's a part of it. Nobody even questions it anymore.
I think she thinks it's gonna be like an office. You know, people
like nobody nobody really goes into the lobby to be friends. Like, of course, you have those group of people who may take the gaming seriously and they might want to run a couple games, and that's how they have fun. But some people have fun just getting on there to have fun, talking shit, making fun of people. That's just life. You can't tell people how to run life, especially if it's in a space where it's allowed.
Like, I don't care, but go ahead. I don't care, but go ahead.
I understand what she's saying. It can be annoying. I care the fact that you think that the whole thing has to change because you don't like it.
That doesn't happen. You can say it happens. You're lying. I'm sorry. I don't know why that's such a common thing in the comments of my videos. You guys want to be oppressed so bad that you'll look at a man calling me telling me he's going to tell me to get back in the kitchen and say it's not a woman thing and say that happens to you too. It doesn't. There's a reason that historically male-dominated spaces are known for being toxic and unsafe.
I'm going to take this out of gaming. Does she know what it means to be a man? Like, do you realize male and gender roles are real, right? Like, that's real.
It's partially because people hide behind a screen. But at the same time, like, she's in that space as a girl, but these guys have been in that space this entire time, so they've been taking that shit this whole time. It's literally what everybody's doing to each other. They'll make fun of each other for whatever reason. It doesn't even matter. Like way back in the day, I don't know what the fuck she's talking about because everybody's racist as fuck. I don't know. Like, everybody's racist. They hated you if they knew anything about your family. They made up shit about your family. It didn't even matter, man. It didn't matter.
You can go on YouTube right now and search up Black Ops 2 COD lobbies, and you'll find over the last like maybe 3, 4, 5 years, the report culture, like there's people, they don't do trash talk no more. They just literally report you. People getting their accounts banned because so many people, it's a trend at one point where if you said a trash talk, it was over. Your account is gone.
That's why I feel like she wants it to be like some kind of like perfect world where everybody compliments each other, or when somebody is losing, they're like, "Oh, cheer up, man."
It's not gonna happen.
That doesn't translate to the real world.
Right. Do you realize that video games is considered damn near a sport now? Like, of course, it's competitive.
Right.
Like, a lot of the stuff, I promise you, they get off of that game, they don't even think about you. They don't care. They'll leave that lobby. They'll forget you were in there.
So call his dick small.
Okay.
Say he has a small dick. Say something back.
Now, there are limits. Of course, there are moral limits.
Yeah, don't say
the second one they talking about. I don't know.
Don't say you're gonna essay anybody.
I ain't never heard.
Don't say you're gonna do.
Now, of course, that's wrong, and obviously, I ain't gonna say it don't happen because she said it happened. That's wrong. There are morals, stop offs. But to say that, first of all men are like that is ridiculous.
Or like even the people that don't say anything. Like, are you counting the people that don't actually say anything to you?
Basically goes to the same argument I could make about women and their friends. When they talk about their friends, like, they know everything about their friends.
Yeah, man.
Everything.
No, you're right.
They know everything. I barely could tell you this man's birthday. Like that's just life. Like, you don't have to fixate on that small stuff. So I think she's literally just fixating on it too much. From how women talk versus how guys talk to each other is way different. It's just a difference. You can't get mad at them. But to say that we're all toxic to each other, we're not. It's not. The whole space isn't even like that.
There's history behind the way guys talk to each other in these spaces, like sports or whatever. And it's because of the dark reality of life that most men have had to live and not live because they're dead, because they died from war. Like, you should, like, I don't even know if you've ever heard like people who are in war talk to each other. They're constantly like laughing and making fun of the situation they're in, like, because that's the only way to feel good or anything, like actual, like any like camaraderie from anybody around you or anything, because of the dire situation you're in. And sports is just a small extension of war. It's like it's a game. Like, war is a game. So like, when you get into those spaces, the reason people say shit to each other is because literally they're testing you. Like, that's like one of the main things that guys do with each other that girls usually don't do, because they wait till they fucking go somewhere else and they talk behind their back. That's another point. Being able to just say something to somebody's face and shit talking and then them taking it and being able to dish it out, like that's the reflection of like the dark reality of life. Like you're gonna have to face some turmoil in your life.
All those kids back in the day who were called nerds, geeks, like what? They were outcasts, right? And people didn't talk to them. When they get on these games, that's their outlet. That's who they can get all that out. And I'm not saying they should press that on you, but that is literally how they get their emotions out. Like that's how they talk. That's how a lot of people, that's how they get their social skills. In the society that we have, what are guys' emotions like? How are they viewed in society? We can't talk. A lot of the guys, your guys and his friends, all his deep talks, all that shit is on the game when you're not around.
Most of the time when you're around another guy that you don't know, you can't say anything mildly threatening because of the prospect of somebody like killing you or like getting into a fight that could end in death. You don't say shit. But like when you're online and it's that virtual world, you get to express that side of you where you have to be aggressive, because usually we do have to be aggressive. But now when you say it to somebody, you don't have to mean it entirely. Yeah. But you get to express that side of like, oh, he fucked with me. Now I get to say something to him, or I get to shoot him now because he shot me or whatever. He thinks he's better. Now I get to do this thing. I have to one up him. Whatever.
In that competitive moment, in that heated moment, they're all talking shit. I would bet to dare you, because if you're gonna come at it like this, you can't get mad at all trash talk. You gotta get mad at everything, which is bullshit. Because I'm sure you got people in there who you like talking to.
That goes for gaming. That goes for sports. Any male-dominated space is a bad one. That's not me being sexist. That is me saying there is an inherent issue with the way that you guys have your locker room talk that makes everybody else feel unsafe. I don't know how you could possibly find it fun to make other people feel unsafe. No woman is asking men to make gaming a safe space with sunshine and rainbows and everything, but could you please be normal? Because I want to be able to enjoy playing the game without my life being threatened, without my body being threatened, because I'm existing as a woman.
You don't know what the norm is. If this is how you're acting, she's not being very specific on what she means by be normal, because like you can't define normal, because what does that mean? Does that mean no sexist comments? Which is, I'm not saying no to that, but I'm just saying, like, are you saying no trash talk, or are you saying some trash talk is good?
In America, we have freedom of speech. Yeah. If you extend that out where you get somebody who starts to decide what you can say and not say, yeah, then that's a huge problem, because people will just start to use coded language for one. That's what they're just going to do. You won't hear it. And then the people who are actually toxic, you won't hear from them until somebody dies. Whatever her subjective filter that she wants on gaming, whatever it is, because she said normal, but that we don't know what that is. She doesn't know what that is probably. It's not going to work, because then now you have somebody dictating what you can and cannot say.
So I'm trying to make it very obvious. All that sexist, all that threat shit that she's talking about, I'm not okay with.
Yeah, don't do that.
But the simple trash talk that stems from competitiveness, that doesn't go for your heart. Like, people who say stay out of the kitchen is literally just a diss. It's not because you're a woman. You know what I'm saying? It's just another diss. Like, it's not even the N-word.
Even if it was a diss, if you are filtering it, now you're not going to know that guy that would say that to you. He's just not going to say it. He's not going to be on the game. And now that guy's going to go out in the real world unchecked. He's going to go unchecked in the world.
The best option for you is to mute them, to block them.
Hey man, I got it. Hold on. I got exactly. Yeah. They have a WNBA.
I'm not going where you're going with this.
I'm going where I'm going with this. There's a WNBA. Now make a WGA or whatever the fuck it would be. Women's Gaming League. There you go. We just solved the problem. You report your gender online. You don't get to play with anybody else but the same sex.
I don't know what he's talking about.
And now you're never going to hear that sexist bullshit online. Now we have to have a board of members who picks them. Who decides what we say? That's the problem. Like, once you decide who decides what you say, it's over.
And men are the ones making it unsafe. And I do not care if you feel targeted by me saying men, or if you feel attacked by me saying men. You are part of the problem. If you feel attacked by that, you're part of the problem. If you say just mute them, you're part of the problem. If you sit there and let them say that to me and you don't intervene, you are part of the problem. Because I have a lot of male friends, normal male friends, who don't say slurs and don't threaten people and just play like normal. I understand it's not all men. But if you are not one of the men doing this, it is entirely on you to help stop the men who are. If you don't understand that and you don't understand power imbalances and gender hierarchy, it's not my place to teach you. I'm not your mother. I'm not your teacher. Close the game for 5 minutes and educate yourself. But stop making this a bad experience for everybody else who's just trying to play the game.
You can't tell people how to talk. Of course, all of us are going to say the shit that they say is fucked up, for sure. But
still words.
Right.
It's
just words on a video game.
Yeah. And if it gets into the realm of threats, that's something different.
That's a completely different thing. Yeah. That's not part of gaming anymore.
That's not freedom of speech.
So when I say you can just mute these people, I'm talking about the people who called you trash because you didn't clutch the 1v6. Fuck them. Mute, like what? All that lighthearted shit that you know what I'm saying? You can't just tell people not to say. Because if you're going to say one trash talk is bad and they can't say it, you're going to mess around and say everything. Everybody's going to have a problem with everything. Yeah. The shit that they say, I can't tell them right or wrong because what? I'm going to step in, and now we're just in a verbal dispute. But now it's all fair game, right? Like, I can't, of course, the people I run with don't say that shit. That's just a select few of people. That is society. For everything in society, there are good things and then there are the bad. Even if the good outweigh the bad's still gonna be around. This is the bad. We can't do shit except the shit that we can do.
The major issue is that it's going against what she actually wants. Because once you do that to somebody, they're just going to want to do it more, especially people who are like younger and they're growing up. The first thing that happens when you tell a kid to not say something most of the time is they want to rebel against that and do that thing. So like her saying that, don't act this way, men needed to do this, need to do that. You're just going to have more, like, you're going to have cohorts of people who just go against you simply because you're telling them to not do something.
That's my biggest thing. She's not going about this the right way. When she does have good points, how she's doing it is completely wrong.
I think that's good, man.
Well,
I mean, you gotta let us know what y'all think.
Honestly,
don't go after this person. Obviously,
attack the topic. That's what
you're not the person. Let's not say anything.
And like I said,
derogatory about her. Right?
Like I said, I don't like hate her. I really don't care after this video. I'm just kidding. But no. But I care that I don't care about her stance anymore, really. Like
sticks and stones, bro. Sticks and stones, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's really what it comes. We're gonna go ahead and end it. Thanks you guys for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. And I'll see you on the next one.